Hello again. Today I want to interview somebody who is going to be able to help any inventor with their registering their innovation, but not necessarily to a full patent. Frank Ritter is an American attorney. He lives and works in Southeast Asia. He's running a company called PitchMark out of Singapore, but it is global. They're in 39 countries around the world, and they have a service, a very affordable service for inventors. So let me welcome Frank Ritter from PitchMark. Okay. So what is the PitchMark story then?
Thanks, Ed. So let's say you're an innovator or you're an entrepreneur and you have an idea. Maybe it's a business plan and you're looking for investors. So you communicate with someone and they say, send it over, we'll take a look. But maybe they're unwilling to sign a non-disclosure or a non-use agreement, and you don't want to stop the process there. Or maybe you don't even want to ask them to sign that because it might spoil the mood. So how do you protect yourself? Well, previously, you'd put your faith in hopes and prayers and you'd hope that you wouldn't get ripped off. And let's say nothing came of your submission. Maybe the client never responded or they told you it wasn't quite right for you. But then later on, you go and you notice that you see it's been used. You confront the investor and they deny everything. So what do you do? Well, with PitchMark, you can forego that NDA aspect of things, but you can flag to the prospective client that you've staked a claim of ownership in your idea, that you're aware of your rights, and that you're ready to enforce them if necessary. You're flagging to the client up front, this is your stuff. It's not theirs yet, and it's not free for the taking.
Okay, so how does that how does PitchMark work to do that then?
Okay, so first you register yourself for free as what we call a PitchMark innovator. And after signing in, you can submit your created work by means of a drag and drop feature on our website, and you click an Upload Now button. That will immediately generate an individually enumerated, date-stamped digital token, a PitchMark certificate, along with other important information for your client that will be downloaded as a zipped file. And
okay.
A corresponding link to the uploaded file appears on your individual PitchMark profile on our portal. And then you can either send that zip file or a link to yourself to your prospective clients. Now, behind the scenes, PitchMark utilizes sort of a form of blockchain technology, private ledger technology, to create and maintain a record evidencing where that PitchMark content was sent, at what time, and to whom. And those records remain available to registered innovators in the event that their content goes astray without their knowledge or their consent, and serves as a sort of a trail map, if you will, for leading back to each and every recipient.
Oh, right. Okay. What sort of files can they upload? Are you restricted or?
No, just about anything can be PitchMark, whether it's the expression of an idea or a concept, maybe a graphic design or a storyboard. Could be a PowerPoint presentation of a creative business proposal. Could be a music file, photograph. It might be moving imagery, or just even a drawing or sketch.
Okay, provisional.
No distinction on the type of file that can be submitted, as long as the file itself doesn't exceed 50 MBs in size.
Okay. And why would somebody, an inventor in particular, decide PitchMark might be better than patenting, or is it, or are they mutually exclusive?
Well, no. If you're an inventor, you still would want to patent your creation, of course. PitchMark isn't intended as a substitute or a replacement for traditional IP registrations. What PitchMark is instead, it's a cost-effective and free tool that is intended to help minimize the risk of IP infringement by signifying to anyone involved in the chain of distribution that the creator is aware of their rights and prepared and able to protect and enforce them. Unlike traditional registrations, patent formations or whatnot, PitchMark is a private service, and it operates in real time, and it allows innovators to assert their ownership claims immediately, the second that you send it off to someone. It doesn't require a bunch of forms to fill out. It doesn't involve any costs. You don't typically need an attorney up front to help you through the maze. You can obtain a PitchMark certificate on your own for free.
Okay, so effectively, I can safely share my ideas through PitchMark. It's almost like a pre-provisional patent.
Yeah, right now you can publish your work or your idea in the in what we call pitch feed. That's an aspect of PitchMark, to show others that you've created something and you reserve all rights to it.
Okay.
Soon going to be launching an ancillary platform called Ideas Exchange that will take things up to the next level.
Okay.
And whereas PitchMark generates a time and date stamp token certificate, if you will, attesting to the creation and the ownership of a work or idea, Ideas Exchange is an e-commerce marketplace whereby what we call innovators will be able to showcase their creations to clients who are interested in transacting them, along with the associated pitch document.
Okay, and that's across the world. So you're a Singapore-based company, but if I was in US or UK or something, it doesn't really matter?
That's correct. PitchMark's a global service. The community is open to innovators, clients, and counsel, by the way, anywhere in the world. And though we are based in Singapore, the solid foundation in Asia, we're building out PitchMark's network every day. So far, we have registered innovators in 39 different countries around the world. And to your point, PitchMark should be particularly attractive to the US and the UK markets, given the great degree and scope of business and advertising that goes on there.
Absolutely, yeah. And how effective is it in preventing infringements, for instance?
Well, it's important to note that PitchMark isn't a technological fix that prevents infringement. Instead, it's a tool that helps deter infringement by building awareness. That users know how to and are equipped to respond to infringement by enforcing their rights. It's not just the token or the certificate itself, it's a community of creators, businesses, and lawyers who are all conversant with IPR and pledge to respect them. It's an indicator, as recognizable as maybe, say, an underwriter laboratory seal of approval, that this particular market product is fit for use. In this case, a submission for consideration, maybe a pitch, and it should be considered as such by everyone.
Okay. And it serves almost like a community then, by the sound of it.
Yeah, PitchMark is definitely more than just the token or the certificate. We create and curate a lot of content ourselves. It's intended to educate the public about creativity and respect for intellectual property rights. We've participated in professional conferences and seminars and workshops around the world that are designed to build this awareness. So, for example, we recently sponsored the International Association of Intellectual Property Attorneys, the AIPPI 2021 World Congress, and we gave out 6 hours worth of interviews with leading IP experts and business executives around the world. And we also presented PitchMark last year during the World Intellectual Property Forum, and we'll be doing so again in Bangkok here in March.
Oh,
and
wow.
Our website and our social media channels, YouTube, etc., are curated with news and videos from around the world highlighting the legal aspects of PitchMark.
Wow. Sounds fairly comprehensive.
And one more thing, Daniel, really important, we also make available to businesses our PitchMark, we call businesses clients. We make available a certificate, an audit program whereby they can signal their commitment to the creative community that they're someone who's going to do the right thing and not take someone's ideas.
Excellent. So how much would an inventor pay for a service like this?
Well, the service is free to innovators. Completely free.
Oh, wow.
And by innovators, we refer to creators. We've got our own terminology.
Yeah, we refer to them as inventors. So, and that's pretty much for all. Sometimes innovation can just be a reiteration of something that exists, but they do it in a different way. That's fine. And so you pretty much cover everything. And in particular, if I'm going to share with somebody for investment or pre-investment or something, I can actually register with PitchMark, then put the whole proposal to somebody with everything, all my ancillary due diligence files, and they're covered under this.
Exactly. And the certificate takes the form of a recognizable logo. As I say, when you go out to buy a hairdryer, you want to know if the thing is safe. Is it going to work as a hairdryer? And you might look for something like a UL seal of approval somewhere on there. We want to build that awareness into creativity so that when people see that PitchMark, it all becomes second nature to them of what it means and what it conveys.
Okay, that sounds quite fascinating. I'm sure there's a lot of inventors who are going to want to take advantage of this. So I welcome it to the group, and encourage everyone to jump onto your website, which would be the best website for that, pitchmark.com.
Pitchmark.net.
There we are. Okay, pitchmark.net.
Yeah, and in fact, for your community, we'll be doing a webinar coming up soon. I think it's March 14th, which is a Monday, give you more general awareness, and details are available on the pitchmark.net website.
Well, thank you very much, Frank Ritter. Thank you. And from PitchMark, I look forward to using your services myself, and I encourage others to do that as well. Thank you.
Thanks, man. Thanks for the opportunity to have presented it to your community.